If you click on this marketplace, there are different presets in the tools have available for the preset tools. So when I'll go to the my library, here you can see this is the, like, some are cost, some are very free per month, per day. Here you will find it out. There are lots of different tools are available free for the month. This is a free. I just need to click into the download and into my library. Here you can see we have the different version of the Unreal 4.2, 5.4, 4.26 kiosk. This is the more physical property I've added into this beta versions. 4.26, 4.26 kiosk. This both are the different. This is into again a beta versions, but this is nearby 12 to 16 GB of the softwares. Here you can see the recently which project I've created or which I'm working on it. And just when you go down, whatever I have downloaded from my marketplace or from the Megascan, here I will find it out. Here I can see this is every assets we have find it out. For an example, click on this learn, go to the marketplace again. If I want to download this, if I click on this free for the month or anything, or I can search over here. If if I want to download this city sub, say add to chart. This you can, after the chart you can do download on this checkouts. This will take you to the landing page of the order which you want. Place the orders. You can easily download. You will receive the email confirmations of that. If I'll again go to my library over here, for an example, if I want to download or if I want to add this particular into my scene. Now why I'm showing you, because I want to show you the foliage options what we have over here, the foliage options. Once you click over here into the foliage, what I have to do, for an example, if I have a grass object or the static mesh st underscore, if I'll say the mesh we have st, here we'll say we have st which they have starting from the st. So we have this bush over here. I'll just drag and drop into my foliage type. Here you can see this is added. Now I'll select this and I can easily paint that. Press F11. Here you can see this is compiling a shader. It takes some time to show you into a material or the shader. Once this compile come to the 0, here we can see the materials is added over here. It takes some time. See here you can see this is a very simple and easy way we can do that. Correct? So this is how we can create and paint the foliage as per the requirement. If I'll press shift and drag it, here you can see I'm removing it. Press with this, here I'm painting all this, right? If I have variable or the multiple foliage in my scene, for an example, let me just check it. If I have the more foliage here in my scene, clicked on this static max, no, I do not have. I have a rock, so what I'll do, as a rock I'll put and drag him into my foliage folders. Now what I want this two has to come into the variation, so I'll select both of them. I'll just scroll it down a little bit down. Let's drag this up. Here we'll find the density, what kind of the density weight we will looking at, right? So this is the my paint and I'll just drag it. Here you can see the rock plus as that tree plant is also coming over there. You need to drag it. This is very simple. Now this is also depending upon the LOD level of detail. Here you will see we'll try to see our grass in the trees going after the some the distance near in the far clip. Here LOD comes to pictures. Slowly I will try to explain as much as possible, right? Now again I need to rebuild the light, so click on that, build all the level over here. So with the foliage we can paint forest scene or any other we required. Just click on this. This is exporting my light data. It will export and calculate the material as well. This take a little bit time. So if you want to paint only the one object, yes, you can do. You need to just select on that particular. Here you'll see this come into the orange outline border over here. If I have seen or if I imported anything from my marketplace, that has to be shown into your, for an example, open world add to project. It asking you on which project you want to add. Say I'll just want to add into my level editor, add to project. That project is not open yet. Let's finish this. Let's cancel this. Let me show that as well. So I'll try to do a new project, games, next level, and I'll say a grass. I'm giving this project name a grass and create the project. Don't save into my previous. It takes some time to open. Again, Epic is very responsive. If you are opening any new project, it will close your previous project, and with the help of the new project which you have created, it is from the the third play game or default game, it will open that. Now I am showing you because I want to add this downloaded 3D assets, and I want to use this into my foliage. So it's opening that my grass editor. So after once this the project or the file get open, when we'll go to the Epic Game Launcher, I'll just double click on that, and I have downloaded from marketplace or into my library over here. Easily and simply I can add all of this asset into that particular object. But I like to add one point over here. You require the very good configurations of your primary hard disk. Otherwise, this is really very huge size of the the assets which we are downloading. Once this project is downloaded over here, let's just rename. This is the minimum default over here. Select object F. Here we can see into the content browser, we have the default starter content and the engine content over here. I'll explain as well what is the starter content and engine content, how we can hide unwanted folder structures from this our recent project. If I'll see and go over here and say create the new level for the empty this, and I'll go to my Epic Game Launcher and say add to project. It's asked me in which this my grass project, and say add to project. Now it will add nearby 6 to 7 GB folder structure to that folder or the file or the project which we have created. It will add automatically into this editors over here. Here we see have the kite demo. I'll just click over here, environment, right? We have the ground tiles here. You can see this is the forest pack. So whatever is containing in that particularly asset or the library, it will come here. You can see this is automatically adding a more automatically folder structure objects in the creating. This is showing you initializing. See, there are the different level editor we need to understand. Mode panel is different. The view panel level editor is different. We'll try to see the outliner, world outliner editor, that as well. So if the faculty is taking a demo or the lectures with the students, they need to show the difference between the Unreal and the engine and the Unreal editors. With the help of this editor, we can create a games. In Unreal Engine, we can play games. Here you can see this is everything is added in. Previously it was not there, but this added over here. Level content, here you will see this is the maps, material, textures, automatically kite them over here. For an example, if I'll go for the textures, material, environment, rock, if I'll see a large or ground, several rock, here you can see this rock is there. This is a static mesh, SM static mesh over here. If I'm using any animated material, we have to give the different name structures to it. I hope this gets a little bit hang, but I hope you're understanding it. Just control and delete. Just check again. Let's see it's processing or not. Yes, this is working. Here you can see this is compiling. It's taking us time because it's very first time if you are importing that particular material object or asset in your scene. It takes some time. It will compile. You have to download only once. See, this is the my object which I've created. Here you will see the textures. Let me just reduce it, zoom out, I'll delete. This is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the grass and the material structures. Level content, say HDRI, we have architecturals, we have blueprint, HDRI. I'm not using the HDRI. Maps, material, textures, kit demo, material, textures, and here we'll try to say grass. We are looking for, here you'll say we have grass. So what I'll do first, I'll go to the mod and say foliage over here. I'll drag and drop object to that my scene. Here you can see this is the animated object. Just try to drag and drop as well. This is the material. Grass we have. Let's see other material what we have. Environment. Let's find out the tree. Do we have the tree in that particular? Yes, we have the this tree branches over. Drag and drop. Again, it will that material asset into this folder. We have to just wait for 1 more minute so we can see this is automatically compiling. So once it's added over here, we'll simply do paint into this our the ground or the, if I've created the height field over here, I can do that as well on that. But it has to be into a 3D asset. If you see this is a tree and the different meshes over here. Again, I'll go to the Epic Store. If I want to download more assets, yes, I can do that. Here we can see the the price of that particular assets. If you want the free, or click on this free, permanently free collections. Just try to see again into the task manager. Let's see that. Save process is there. Epic Games is there. Let's try to escape. Let's again go to the, still it's working on it. Let's see these some assets what we have. When we go to the marketplace, here we can see these are the different assets what we have. If it's a stylized character kit, footstep for the VFX, linear, linter V2, broadcast studio. If nowadays there are lots of the VFX live camera backgrounds are there that we can use with this broadcast studio. Just for the information, level design assistance, vehicle variety pack. Here we can see that we have the different varieties and the options over here. Tropical forest if I want to import, so very easily we can create the the games as per our requirement. Let me just close the Unity. So close the bar, task managers. Let me go close this. This is still running it. Let's finish this. So end task. Click, close the window. Still it's working. It's calculating that, not responding Unreal Editor. End task. Again go for the Epic. No need to worry. We already have saved that during the project. So I'll just need to double click on this grass. So that particularly object will come here. We can see on which Unity Unreal versions, right? Which versions we have opened that 4.25, 4.26, 4.25. Here we can say. Once I'll move my mouse over here we can see the compatible engine 4.25. It's showing me the path on which path I have saved that file. This is launching. So again, which this is really easy to understand. This is 4.26 chaos. Just click on this Epic Game Launcher till that file get open over here. I'll try to show the foliage. Again, go to the marketplace or the library. If I want to download the new version of the Unreal, I just need to click on this plus button. It will automatically show you that which version you need to install. Here is the different options you have over here: 4.26, 4.15, right? If you don't want, just select it. If your Epic Games or the Unreal is not working properly, here we have the launch option, create, verify. If I'll click on the verify, what it will do, it will install on the same file, the Unreal exe. Right. If sometimes what happens, this Unreal get crashed very soon and very easily. I'm not able to see the folder structure. If I click on this plus sign here, you will see that. Now this is the my project. Here I'll say kite ammo material. I'll just click over here. See, this is already added. So what I'll do, I'll create the new level over here. Again, edit preferences. Just go to the viewport. Here I'll click the middle mouse button because I want to use the Maya shortcut key in my scene. Press F. Make sure this is you are using it. Edit new level. This is my new level over here. Now here I'll say mode and if I'll say foliage. So what I have to do, I need to create that particularly over here, drag and drop over here. I'll select that object. I'll see the property over here. Here you'll see that I need to increase and decrease the radius. That I need to go over here. This is the my the density, how much that density you require. Make it 10. Scaling, offset, what we have over here, mobility we have. So I'll just try to the paint that over here. Here you will see that object is paint over here. This is already animated, the grass. Here you will see this is the movement that if I want to change that material or the movement, sorry, I need to double click on that object. I need to go to the material editor, a material level editor in that, so I can just paint that. Reapply if you want to reapply, single if you want to add single, that is also possible with the mode. Fill, click on this. Here you are filling up, see, automatically. Click. This is coming there randomly. Click over here. Here we can see if I'm moving my cursor outside here, see this is automatically getting a dark, right? That is because this automatic exposures and all. I'll try to show once we are doing the interior lighting. Here we have the select. If I want to come out, yes, double click on that. So in short, if I want to add as many as project, for an example, I'll try to get into the tree, drag and drop over here. It take a little bit again time to get calculate. Just wait for the 2 minutes. I need to drag it into my foliage list. If I double check, the select all this material or the object together, then after I will paint the whatever I've selected over here in my view. This takes a little bit time. I'll double click into the Epic Game Launchers. So it's add over here, click over here. Now I'll select both of them together. I'll select the paint. Here you can see it has came together. So in Maya 4. Into the Unreal 4.26, there are lots of new feature has come, especially for the water wave. Within, very this very simple click, we can create the realistic, the water. Correct. That was into the foliage. This is the brush setting. If I want to do brush setting, erase or extrude, I want to do that. This is the mesh paint. If I'm created any 3D paint or 3D object over here, if I want to do modification as that. So that time this is the brush mode. Whatever I've created, when you will see into the outliner here, we can see it's showing you a type. Correct. So again, what I'll do, I'll create the new level over here. Say save selected, save. This is the my new level. Here you can see this is everything into the folder structure by default. I can create my own folder, but you will see the into a type. We have the world atmospheric fog. If I import the light over here, here you can see this is showing you point light because type is point light. But if I import any the cube over here, here you will see static mesh actor, right? Geometry we have, if I drag and drop cylinders over here, it's showing you a brush. See, so with the help of this type into a world outliner, here we'll see what kind of and how many object we have in our scene. For an example, I have imported lots of the asset or the actor. This we call the actor over here. This is my one geometry. It's better to go to the basic, and I'll select this time a cube, sphere, and again one more cube over here. So I have imported any three object. If I want to do the rename, I'll do double click, or if I want to focus, I'll do double click on that. So automatically you'll get focus on the selected object. Just need to double click into the world outliner. Now if you'll see, this is mentions over cube over here. Now if I type over here CUBE, again it show me a cube. Now the best thing is into the world outliner, if I'll press minus, which object name is not starting from cube, it will show me over here. If I'll say plus, it show me a exact name which is written over here. It try to show you exact name over here. Again, into the world outliner, if I want to see, there are many object in my scene. If I'll say cube, so it show me which object or the 3D actor is starting from the cube. If I'll before of this my cube, if I'll type minus, it show me which object or the actor is not have the name of the cube. It show over here. So but over cylinder flow light force doesn't have the name. If I'll say plus, show me accurate name which has a cube. For an example, if I'll say show me a floor, so again the floor name is there, that's why it's showing you the floor cube. Plus or minus, we need to select decide minus is there or the plus is there, right? So this is very easy way we can select whichever the requirements we have. Here we can create the new folder. If I want to add, if this is my 3D underscore actor over here, so cube cylinder, just drag and drop it to my 3D actor. So this has become my 3D actors over here. This is very useful if you are creating a folder for the light structures or anything. For an example, if I'll create the point light over here, alt and move, alt and move. If I'll try to create one more light, this is X marks, it's come over there. Now I have the 3-point light over here. I'll create the folder and say this is the light group. If I want to hide, so easily I can hide that as well. So it's better to work into the folder structures into the engine, right? This is very simply we can do. So if I want to see the like the if you want to a none, if you'll see a level, which level, untitled 1, untitled 2, layer editors. If I've created the level, we have the stockage over here, we have the ID names, we have the uncharted. It's better to work on the light. This is like label which is starting from where to where, 3D ABCD, the alphabetically or the group wise, folder wise. Here you can do, right? So that is the the world outline level editors. What we can see Unreal is totally different. Here we try to understand different the options. Over here we'll say it's a level editors. This is the the play sector level. This is the viewport level. Below that we have the content browsers. We have here we have the world outliners. Just below that we have the view options. Let's try to scale it down. Just one second, let me just move that over here. Okay, just below that we have the the different view options. Only selected, like which object I've selected, just show me that. If I'm not selecting anything, it will not show anything into your world outliner, like basically into the Maya. We have the different, I'll just select that view options on selected. It's showing you everything over here. If I'm into a game view, here we can see we have this tool, the option object we have in our scene. If I'll go to this, the play mode, here we'll find out we have the more options. Now why that so? Because this is the the presets which we have created once we started to create the project, right? So again, if you just come out from the pause and the stop mode over here, just try to go F, select this object. Here we have, so with the view options only selected, hide temporary, or only in the current level which I have, we have the show actor component over here, only selected over here. So this is the into the view options when you are working into the the different game level. Just below that we have the detail. Here I can change the name. This is my sphere. I give this name into earth underscore v. Here you can see earth underscore v is got change over here. Let me just drag it over here. Here we'll find out there are lots of different the component. This is my detail level, detail options. If I lock this might get options get locked. If I want to create my own blueprint on the the 3D asset in the presets, for example, if you'll just see over here, this is all the we can see previously by default the blueprint in engine we have. If I'll go to the geometry over here, here we can see this curve. Double click here, you can see. So if I want to make this object into my blueprint editor, I just need to click over here. This is the earth blueprint. We are giving this name. This is a static mesh and says selected. So again, see, this has become my the static mesh different level editor. Compile and save. If you have to change anything, click over here. If I'll go down over here, see, this has become my blueprint. I can easily drag and drop or easily do changes as per the requirement. If I've added the light, I'll just double click on that. I'll drag it over here. If you want to change default material, basic shapes material, any different material you want to give, after changing anything, we need to click on this compile and the save. Compile and the save, click over here, see automatically will get. So that is the blueprint concept where we can create and we can make as well our own. I'll just select this object over here. See, after get selecting, then only we can see the property. Otherwise, we are not able to see the property. Just select add components if I want to add more modifications. Before that, here we have the selection and the property matrix. Now, property matrix is really very important. Again, let me go to my previous. Just let me drag this, the toolbar over here. Go to the file and say recent level, untitled, save selected, save. Yes, overwrite on that. This is my level again. If I'll import chair into my scene, hit demo, we have content, I'll just drag and drop F. I'll just delete unwanted area, F1, 11. Now, I do not require this light as well. So let me just delete that light, F. Now, if I'll press Alt and drag it, see here you can see I'm making a duplicate. But if I'll select Shift and move my mouse, sorry, my object and my camera is moving. This we call the lock selected object. Shift and drag that object. So camera moving with the object select. So whatever object I have selected, it's moving. Again, shift and press move. Here we can see this is moving. Shift and plus. Okay, just drag over here. Just a little bit more screen. So when we talk about, I have in my scene, I have just added table over here. Drag and drop F. Now here we have property matrix, right? Now what is a property matrix? Like I have selected all multiple objects together. If I click over here, you can see whatever object I've selected, I can see in my list. Now there are some common attributes of my selected object. So for an example, this is not a group, but indirectly with the help of this property matrix, I can change the value in single ones. It will affect to all my selected object. I'll go to the actors, say navigation, which I have the common value or the attributes that we can see into the property matrix. Now where we can see the property matrix after selected object, here into the detail panel, here we have this, the icon over here. Click on that. So this will open over here. For an example, if I'll see the static mesh is there, collision lighting, mobiles, whatever option I need to add into my property matrix over here, I just need to click over here, so this will add over here. Can be damaged, yes, yes, yes. If I want to remove, just need to click on that. You need to click on this. Navigations you will want to add, here will say navigation, click on this. Navigation is by default. So this is helpful way if we are providing any dynamic material or the physical simulations on that. Static mesh, if you have, can be, click on that, name is there, actors, text, replications, rendering, actor height, collisions you want to add, LOD, the level of detail. Just click over here, level of detail, mesh generations, right? So that is really very helpful over here. If you want to move, just select on this up and down. Here you can select and move that which you want to give or you don't want to give. Click over here. Here we have the value. So that is the concept of the property matrix over here. If I see the show only modified property, whatever property I've selected where I can do modification, that only I can able to see over here with the help of this. Otherwise I'm able to see the everything of that particular object. On this, after the property matrix, we have this, the eye icons over here. Show keyable property, which keyable property is animated, that only can visible. Show only animated property, where I can do animations, show only that, right? So this is a very handy, like collapse all, expands all. So child on the assignments, here you can see, right? So that is a concept of this, the detail panels, we have this options over here. So when we talk about these locations now, I'll just delete this part. That is in my scene, there is just only one object, and if I go for the basic, if I have the cubes over here, normally if I want to do a child and the parent relationship, so normally as per the 3D, we are just doing drag and drag the object over here. So this has become my child and the parent relationships. Now here, if I'll move my chairs over here, my cube is also moving. If I'll move my cube, that is also possible because this is a no connections. My parent is this will move. Now if you'll see into the transform into the locations, there is a one option is called the relative and the world. Correct? Now what I'll do, I'll select my object and I'll do to the world. As of now, this is the world and this is my XYZ. Put this value into the 0, 0, 0. So what it does, it becomes the 0, center of grid, right? It's become a grid. Center of the grid has come. If I change it into the relative and just make this to a 0, So which is my parent object, it comes center of that. So this is the difference between the relative into the world. Again, after creating any child parent relationship, if I'm moving my parent object, my child object will move together. But if I'll select my child object, it has to move or it give the effect into the world axis. Into the world, if I'll click on this, make this to a 0, 0, 0, you can make this to a 0. If I'll select this, here we can see there is a no relationships of that. If I'll make the into the world, I'll select the object, here we can move. Select this object, make into the relative, make this to a 0, 0, 0. Right? So that is the child parent here relationships here we can do. We can hide that as well also. We can make the node as well also. If you create the folder for each and every particularly. We can say this is a chair and underscore cube. Again, into the engine, it will not work empty. There has to always be underscore into your object. See, this is very easy to handle. Here we get the particularly node for that, right? So that is into what can you say, a matrix and the visibility on and off that you can do over here. This is the static mesh over here. If I'll select and click on this arrow, it show me. I'll just select my chair. If I'll say click on this, the zoom icons over here, it will indicate me where it contains into my content editor, which folder it's containing. So that is a very easy. If I'll click on this is a reset. Do the reset of that, right? I'll just drag and drop my object over here. Static chair. If I'll show me this, if I double click now, I hope this is clear to you. We'll start the question and answer sessions after this sessions get over. So now we'll start to understand what is a content editor, content browser. By default, I have deleted my content browser over here. I'll go to my window. We have the 4 different content browser. I'll just select over here. This automatically will come. If I lock this, my content browser over here, right? And if I'll say double click to my object, this opening into a static mesh editor. I drag and drop to next to my, this is the main Unreal Engine editor. Static mesh editor, here static mesh editor will get lots of options. So again, now this I'm into a game object modification. That particularly game, just let's check. This is the, the crash report has come, no problem. Okay. So now we'll see what we have into the content editors, right? Content editor is, we can see a different folder structures where our project has created, where our object is imported, where we can see material folders or dynamics or anything which we created. Again, like in Maya, we have the different folder structures. And content editor, we can import, we can save, we can change the thumbnail as that.